So Christmas came early. The Yankees have signed Gerrit Cole to a 9-year, $324 million contract. During the winter meetings, I usually stay up and watch late into the evening. But I turned it off about 11:30 last night, and the news broke at 11:55 or so from John Heyman. So when I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning and checked my phone, as I always do during the winter meetings because I'm addicted, I was super excited to see that the Yankees brought in Gerrit Cole. So that instantly, I think, makes them the favorites in the American League to represent the American League in the World Series. Not only do the Yankees get better, and they add that true ace that they've really not had since Roger Clemens in 99, 2000, 2001, but they take him off of Houston. So they hurt their chief rival. And there's no telling how bad Houston's going to be hurt by the cheating scandal. I think that they're going to have some suspensions. I think they're going to have some guys that are not available to them. Their manager probably will get suspended. So we'll see what happens there. But the Yankees, instantly better. Not worried about the length of the contract because that takes him through his age 37 season. And judging from what the Yankees know about, analytics and body mechanics these days, I think they feel strongly that Gerrit Cole will be healthy for the majority of that. And Gerrit Cole is one of those guys who's really in tune with biometrics and what his body is doing when he's going through his motion. So it's not just all arm throwing that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, after 5 or 6 years, he probably he will have to change the way he pitches because that 100-mile-an-hour fastball most likely won't be there forever. Guys like Justin Verlander who throw 100 at age 37 are rare. Nolan Ryan did the same thing. But those guys are once in a generation. And maybe Gerrit Cole is one of those guys, but I don't know. He finished out the year with 10 or 11 straight games where he had 10-plus strikeouts. That's a major league record. He was like 16 or 18-0 down the stretch. He had a 2.50 ERA. He won 20 games. Obviously led the Houston Astros to the World Series, to Game 7. Gave the Yankees fits in the American League Championship Series. So really glad, really excited to see him on the pitching staff. One underestimated portion of that is that you push back Severino and Paxton. So Severino, a couple years ago, was the best pitcher in baseball for the first 3 or 4 months. He was like 11-2 with a 1.98 ERA before he started tipping his pitches and, got kind of worn out. Last year, of course, injury-plagued season. I don't think you can hold that against him. He had some injuries. I think you got to blame that on the training staff because everyone was injured. And I haven't seen them do much with the training staff this season, so that kind of worries me. And Paxton, I think he finished off 10-0, and then he was brilliant in the postseason. And he's lefty, and he throws 98 with a good hook, good slider, good cutter. So the Yankees have the makings of a really great staff. And then to round it out, you have Masahiro Tanaka, who's, I think he's going to be 32 or 33, but he's kind of hit or miss. He'll have 10 really good games in a row, and then he'll have 4 clunkers, and then he'll have 10 more really good games in a row. So his ERA is not indicative of really the type of pitcher he is when he's on. When he's on, he's one of the best pitchers in the major leagues. His slider and his pinpoint control of that slider makes him really tough. And then you got, finishing it out, Jordan Montgomery, his first full season back from Tommy John surgery. I'd imagine you'll have Domingo Germán coming back from suspension at some point this season. It might not be till midseason, but you'll have him as an arm. Johnny Lasagna, Jonathan Loaizaga. Luis Cessa was great last season, even though he just pitched in relief most of the time. You got Chad Green as an opener still. So I think the Yankees pitching is set. I think they're good with pitching. I hope that they can figure out a way to keep Giancarlo Stanton on the field because he's another massive contract that, the guy was injured all last season. It started out with that bicep injury that he hurt on a changeup off of, I think it was Jason Meeks from the Orioles, where he just kind of flailed at a changeup and ended up missing a month for a strained bicep tendon. And then he comes back, and 2 or 3 days into his return, bangs up his knee, just diving into third base, and he misses another 2 months. And then he comes back, and he's playing well in the postseason. He takes Justin Verlander deep on an opposite field home run off of a curveball, and then pulls his hamstring and basically becomes a non-factor in the ALCS. So we got to find a way to keep everybody healthy. I think having a 26th man on the roster this year, as per MLB rules, will help with that, because you can get somebody like Tauchman and Gardner and maybe Clint Frazier to give these guys some extra days off. So that way maybe you don't play guys 3 days in a row in the field. You work in a DH day, or you work in just an off day. They have enough depth where they can do that. So really excited about the Gerrit Cole signing. Pitching staff is going to be tremendous. I really think the Yankees are going to go all the way this year. It's about time. It's been, this will be 11 years since their last title if they win it this year. So really can't wait. Really excited. I had to throw on my Yankees gear today. I'm actually starting up a new channel called NYY Recaps. It already exists. It's got 1 or 2 subscribers, but I haven't put any content up yet. I'll probably upload this video there as well. So thanks for joining. Go ahead and click that like and subscribe button, and I'll be back to talk more Yankees baseball throughout the season. I also talk a lot of movies on this channel. I have a weekly podcast where I post the audio version. It's usually 20 to 30 to 40 minutes on just various entertainment topics. So thanks for stopping by. See you next time.